Good morning, everybody. This is Rajesh Jampala, Dean PV Siddhartha College of Arts and Science, welcoming you all to the inauguration of Consumer Club on the occasion of National Consumer Day. This year, the National Consumer Day is having a special theme, new features of Consumer Protection Act 2019. This particular initiative is a collaborative effort of three different institutions of Siddhartha Academy of General and Technical Education, Parvatnan Brahmaya Siddhartha College of Arts and Science, PVP Siddhartha Institute of Technology, and KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So these three colleges collaborated to start a consumer club. As you are all aware, every citizen is a consumer. In India especially, around 130 crore people, all 130 crore population are consumers. So in this particular aspect, the central government has taken up several steps to protect the consumers. But regarding the awareness aspect, still there are certain lacunae. So in this aspect, the youngsters, especially the student community as well as the young community, should be aware of the rights as well as responsibilities as being consumers. So this particular consumer club will help in creating the proper awareness and also sensitize about the various laws which will protect the consumer. For example, the slogans like Meluko Vinayogadaruda Meluko or Jago Grahak Jago. The slogans are very apt. At the same time, still the consumers are facing n number of problems. So in this regard, we have with us a very noted activist, I should say activist, in the form of a senior advocate, Rahimunisa Begum. She is well versed with legal aspects and various issues relating with the consumer protection. So in this regard, I welcome Professor Vijayawada to give his opening remarks.
Respected Rajesh Garu, Deval Garu, and today's chief guest, Rahimunisa Madam, other participants, good morning to one and all. It's a good initiative, definitely a need of the hour, because most of the people are unable to know the rights and responsibilities. If you see any field, it may be a medical field or construction field, whatever it may be, food business, lot of adulteration is going on. So that need to be arrested. Otherwise, all that is affecting the health of the people, which in turn costing a lot to the society. So all these things can be controlled by having some proper idea about the consumer rights and other things. Not only that, if you look into the people's mindset also, previously olden days, whatever is there in the heart, whatever is in the mind, the same will be spelled out by the people, olden people. Nowadays, something will be there in the mind and something they are talking. So first of all, from there, the thing should change. If you take the latest generation, they are not that much open. Unless people are open, so the things cannot be changed as if, even if you have clubs and other things also. So my sincere request to all the members, please be open in anything. Definitely that will give a better result in the coming days. I hope this consumer club initiation will bring out some good things in the future. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
So now I request the principal of KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Professor G. Deval to give his initial remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh Garu. Respected Dr. Rajesh Jampala, Professor K. Sivaji Babu Garu, Madam Rahimunisa Begum Garu, and all the participants, very good morning to all of you. So first of all, I am very happy and I want to congratulate especially Dr. Rajesh Garu for starting this very noble club, that is a consumer club, on the occasion of National Consumer Day with our three institutes of Siddhartha Academy of General and Technical Education, namely PV Siddhartha College of Arts and Science and PVP Siddhartha Institute of Technology and our KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So definitely, it is a highly useful topic. Why I am telling is we are all consumers. All the population in the country, maybe 130 or 135 crores, all are consumers in one or another form. So as rightly pointed out by Dr. Shivaji Babu Garu and Dr. Rajesh in their inaugural speech, in our day-to-day life, so many problems are there, like main adulteration. In every item what we are eating, in every item what we are purchasing, in every medicine what we are purchasing, there is a lot of adulteration. And most of the people, whether they are educated or illiterated or non-illiterated, what is happening is they are cheated. Definitely they are cheated. Therefore, they should know what are their rights and where they have to complain and how to get the justice. So it's not a simple thing. Therefore, to create an awareness, our institutes, 3 institutes combinedly started this consumer club. Definitely it is a nice move and right move in this direction. And on this happy occasion, once again, I congratulate Rajesh Garu for starting this noble club, actually, consumer club. And I wish this conference a grand success. And my appeal to all the participants is, please listen carefully. What are our rights? How to solve our problems whenever you get a problem during this purchase of items or articles or some other items, actually. So with this few remarks, I want to thank Rajesh Garu for giving me this wonderful opportunity in this noble cause, that is starting of the consumer club, that too on the occasion of National Consumer Day today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Devaldavaru, and thank you, Shivaji Babu Garu, for your best wishes for this particular consumer club initiative. Actually, this club initiative was done by Rahimulisa Begum Madam. She initiated, and we just facilitated the starting up of this particular occasion. So we are very thankful to Rahimulisa Begum for Madam for this particular initiative and motivating us to start this particular venture. Now I request Madam to give his theme address, ma'am. Ma'am, if you want to share, you can share.
Yeah. Yes, one and all. As the saying goes, behind the success. Before that, I just want to address say thanks to 3 of you, right? So as the saying goes, behind every successful man, there is a successful woman. So today, behind Rajesh Garu's successful initiative, there is undoubtedly Adilashmi Garu. So they have proved that this goes well. And always Adilashmi Garu loves to do the work behind the curtain, and my brother Rajesh Bhai will take the leap share. So it is almost our family is on the right edge. So I congratulate Rajesh for taking this initiative. In absentia on screen, Adilashmi's Vadinamma role, where she has everything we are ready to just march upon. I sincerely thank the principal Deval and Shivaji Garu. ఇలా ఈ రోజు కార్యక్రమంలో మీరు ముగ్గురు త్రిమూర్తులా ఉన్నారండి. 3 కాలేజెస్, దేవలరావు గారు, గరికపాటి గారు, అదే మీరు ముగ్గురు త్రిమూర్తులు అయ్యి ఒక త్రిసంగమం లాగా ఒక మంచి యాక్టివిటీకి 3 నెంబర్ ఆల్వేస్ ఇస్ అ గుడ్ నెంబర్ అనుకుంటాం కదా. సో ఐ విష్ యూ గ్రో ఇన్ బౌండ్స్ అండ్ మీట్స్. డెఫినెట్లీ వన్స్ ద COVID-19 comes down a little bit down, I will come personally to you and express my sincere thanks. మనం ఐడియాస్ చాలా మందికి చాలా చెప్తాం, అది ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసిన వాళ్ళ టీం బట్టి ఉంటది whether that how they take the idea as such, right? So I congratulate Siddhartha group of institutions for this wonderful inauguration of e-club ద్వారా చేసినందుకు inauguration బాగుంది. We will just shift to the subject part of it. So I sincerely thank Adilashmi Garu, Rajesh Garu and the entire team of Siddhartha colleges of Vijayawada. We wish you people should come out with more and more club, like gender club, cyber security club, eco club, green club, what not. I think you are in the mother's city. మీరు ఉన్నదే దుర్గమ్మ ఒడిలో కాబట్టి మీరు తలుచుకుంటే ఎన్నైనా చేయగలరు. When you have divine blessings, you have college support, you have wonderful faculty members, you have student friends, no one can stop you, I guess. So ఇందులో చిన్న స్వార్థం ఏంటంటే నేను కూడా ఒక సిస్టర్ ఫిగర్ లాగా మీతో I got attached myself to new institutions. Thank you very much అండి. మరి కూడా జాతీయ వినియోగదారుల దినోత్సవ శుభాకాంక్షలు తెలియజేస్తూ మీ ముందు రహీమునిసా బేగం. Can I just share my screen?
Yes, you can proceed, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, thank you. Shamana. Is the screen visible?
Madam, screen is not visible, ma'am.
Yeah, I am sharing.
Yeah.
So we, on behalf of myself and I'll share. I'm sharing. On
Okay.
behalf of myself, this is Rahimunisa Begum, advocate of Visakhapatnam Bar Association and activist. I congratulate the Siddhartha group of institutions for taking up this initiative of inaugurating this consumer club on the occasion of National Consumer Day. I have a wonderful theme this time, that is like new features of Consumer Protection Act 2019, right? So once we are entering into a new domain, once we are entering into a new area of expertise, what we need is comparative analysis between the old act and the new act, earlier we had one Consumer Protection Act which was very very perfect and powerful, but then as the needs grow, as the demand grow, we need more and more stringent activities, stringent methodology, and stringent programs where really the consumer should be given an opportunity to take a redressal mechanism in a very convenient manner as well as in a very focused manner. That's why our legislatures have come out with some amendments, and they have come out with new features called as Consumer Protection Act 2019. So, with this opening remarks, I congratulate the Siddhartha group of institutions, namely PB Siddhartha College of Arts and Science, PVP Siddhartha Institute of Technology, KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Vijayawada. All three institutions put together today on the occasion of National Consumer Day, they are going to initiate this consumer club, and they might have set certain objectives for this club, like students participation, faculty train the trainers program, and maybe once this COVID-19 come down a little, maybe we can go for offline activities also. I requested the authorities to also have a talk with their consumer forum members there at Vijayawada, so that they can extensively get the support of local support. So with this few opening remarks, may I just have opportunity to share with the student friends what kind of rights this consumer have, and what the way they can involve themselves into different aspects of consumer promotion as well as consumer protection, whereby we have a plethora of laws, plethora of rules, which will definitely govern, which will definitely prove their mettle in terms of consumer protection in the city of Vijayawada. With their institutional support, later they can go to the state level and thereafter national level also. Now that the screen is visible to you, so it was a welcome slide first, a great welcome to all the audience there, both at the college level, at the management level, administrative level, and also at the YouTube level. So first of all, I take the opportunity to congratulate the team with National Consumer Rights Day greetings. Yes, Jago Grahak Jago. Like this is the slogan given, taking into a pledge kind of a thing, taking into a plea kind of a thing, taking into a set of awareness, and it's an awakening call. It's an awakening call. Jago Grahak Jago. Utho Jago. Jago means you are sleeping now. Please be aware and be aware of what is happening to you. So what should we do? We as a community, we need to protect ourselves from the unfair trade practices, unfair policies, food adulterations, pharmaceutical adulterations, as well as so many other things which come under the ambit of this consumer protectivism. So Consumer Protection Act is such act of umbrella which gives a glorified picture of what could be the protective analysis. Who is a consumer? What is protection? Why should they be protected? who are the persons from whom the consumers need to be protected. All these have been identified. But today we are going to expand with the new form of consumerism called as Consumer Protection Act 2019. This is in toto with the old enactment as such. So what is this Consumer Protection Act 2019? The key highlights are the definition of consumer. The definition of consumer now includes any person who buys any goods, whether through offline or online transaction, electronic means, tele-shopping, direct selling, or multiple level marketing. So earlier there was a attitude, there was a aptitude that it was only offline shopping, because last 10 years, a decade down the line, maybe we doesn't have e-commerce so powerful. So we used to go to shop and select items, perceive them, judge the quality. Maybe we have a direct touch feel, and then we used to purchase the items. So from that to today, just a click of a button, we have different plethoras of websites coming in, like popular Amazon is there, so many companies coming forward, and they are giving us lot much of choices and combinations of products, services, etc., etc. So this offline activity has shifted to online activity. Once during COVID-19 lockdown times, really, to be frank with you all, it was online activity was boomerang, in the sense that business was literally supposed to be down, but it went up, in the sense when we are unable to go out, select, purchase, what we used to do, we all went an extra mile and started picking up items online, selective, and then give a list and then pay it, everything online. So the Consumer Protection Act 2019 has come out with a new feature. Not only offline consumers but online consumers also need to be protected. So this 2019 Act now provides an added advantage to the consumers by providing for filing of complaints where the complainant resides or personal works were gained against the 1986 Act, which only provides for filing of complaint where the opposite party resides or carry on business. This would help in removing the difficulties faced by the consumers in seeking redressal for their grievances against business people who may not have an office or branch in their state. So the advent of consumerism has been so such a demand, where the consumers are given a literally a kind of a very suitable atmosphere, preferable atmosphere, comfortable zone, where they can literally talk about their requisites. What are these requisites? The requisites are services, efficient services, customer as a base, quality is of course on the top of the floor, and reliability. We trust people. We rely on them. We rely on their words. We rely on the advertisements. We rely on the information given. We rely on the standards they specify. We rely on the standards they might have cheat us, but then we rely. So what we need is a service motto from the business community, service providers at large, and we want them to be efficient. We want them to be definitely efficient, and quality always on the top of the floor. We need qualitative products or qualitative service, not quantitative. Of course quantitative counts only in terms of number but not in terms of facts. And then reliability is something which is like a trust. Once the trust is lost, probably we may not feel like going into that particular shop or that particular platform. So what are the silent features? Consumer Protection Act 1986 provided for a three-tier consumer dispute resolution, that is at the state level, district level, and national level. So we used to have three forums were identified. At the district level where you are, you can definitely take a lead. From then you can go to the state, and from then you can go to the national level. But now, with the advent of this silent features of Consumer Protection Act 2019, you have consumer protection councils, you have Central Consumer Protection Authority, simplified dispute resolution mechanism or a process. You have mediation also could be done, and product liability also can be seen. What is this product liability? Is it related to rules on e-commerce and direct selling, penalty for adulteration of products or scrupulousness goods? So we need to look down what are the various areas where we need to focus more. So the new definitions of what is harm, what is Central Consumer Protection Authority, what is civil and criminal jurisdiction, how to file an electronic complaint, what is mediation process, where more powers given to district commission, and what are the offenses and penalties, right? So in order to understand all that, we need to understand the Consumer Protection Act 2019 latest provisions. The provisions include the new definition of consumer. As I told you in the opening remarks itself, apart from offline purchasing, we have online purchasing also. So definition of goods include food now, because during pandemic times food has become the most important area. And third important area, provisions covering endorsements of goods and services. Once you endorse that you are the person who have delivered, or once you endorse you are the person who have been enjoying the goods and services, there comes the legal sanctity, there comes the legal aspects of getting redressal, there comes a kind of a authenticated information. And then we also have looked into definition of electronic service provider. So who is an electronic service provider? Because of digitalization, because of this digital education, digital banking, digital services, digital counseling, whatnot, you name any service, we are having that online. So who is the service provider? So electronically, who is providing this service, and on digital lines, who is providing services? That is very important. And then provisions for product liability and product liability action for goods and services, and wide definition of untrade fair practices as such. So we all need to understand, under consumer benefits under consumer act, under consumer benefits under consumer act, it is a umbrella, it is an umbrella consumer protection, which will protect online customers. Earlier it was offline, now it is an online. So what is this online world? The consumer world is something like a gloomy cloud of activities. We have lot many pharmaceuticals, have we have certain categories of businesses. It is like a big cloud. We are talking about big data, cloud computing, etc., etc. This is also something like a big horizon, big world, new world of opportunities as far as consumer choices, consumer taste, consumer brands, consumer items, consumer different rights, and you have different plethora of redressal mechanism. So this consumer world will be giving you a lot of kind of amusing factors, where temptations may be very high. You can be literally get instigated. In fact, you are provoked to get into that business, you are provoked to get into that business, and you are instigated to purchase more and more. There is every chance that you get absolutely motivated to purchase the items which already you are having at house, because the models, the brands, the choices, the colors, the fantasy, the fancifulness, the new technology, new age products, new requirements, these are all giving a wide range of activities on consumer mind. So once we get into umpty number of opportunities, umpty number of selection process, umpty number of maximum choices. Suppose today I want to have a breakfast, around, if I give an order on Swiggy or somewhere, I'll get 20, 35, 45 menu plans, where the choice is unlimited. The choice is really unlimited, and just with the click of a button, and maybe with 200 to 1000 rupees, I can have a wonderful breakfast. But how many of us can afford that? That is again a question. That is again a question. And of course, economic factors, pocket factors, money factors are always there. But then I'm talking about where India is a nation where lakhs of people are starving, whether we can literally go for lavish food. That is again an ethical question. So here we need to draw a distinctive line between ethical business and non-ethical business. That is where activism always lies, and that is where we need to understand. Today you are spending money, okay, but is it worth spending money? Is it worth spending money? So the worthiness, the trust, the reliability part, the quality part, whether we are really being tempted to purchase, or do we have a need to purchase, that makes all the difference. Are we entering into a fantasy world? Do we require that item? Do we require that equipment? Do we require that kind of a model? Can we really afford it? Today we are working, today we are getting money, it's okay today, but what if tomorrow, if you want to resell that item, resell that equipment, resell that product, will you get any kind of returns on that? Are you assured? What about warranty card, guarantee card? What about the consumer promises which the seller has made to you? Are they going to sustain in a long duration, in a long gap? Or is it just a promising factor, like what generally we say, The words which are there at the time of engagement will not be there during marriage time, on the occasion of the marriage itself. Forget about the marriage duration. So what I indirectly want to tell you, people will tell 100 things. We should be wise not after the event but before the event. Once you purchase something, you have fallen prey. Once you have fallen prey, maybe the trap is so tight. So how to safeguard yourself, how to safeguard yourself? So that is where consumer protection will be like an umbrella to you. It will give you a protective mechanism. It will tell you ki please wake up, please wake up. And this is the time where it's a wake up call. It is definitely a wake up call. And it is like something to do, like you are sleeping all the time and now you need to get up, now you need to get up. So the fantasy of this is just get up, just get up. So wake up call. Till yesterday you were sitting, right now also I did not mention the title, only to make it very clear ki when the time comes, you should immediately spontaneously, act on that. You should be very very adaptive. We should be very very spontaneously clever and simultaneously clever, right? If you don't know, then go to an area where you can be aware of such kind of things. So suppose we are illiterates, we are not knowledgeable persons in a specific area of study. Suppose most of the highly qualified people may not know about legal literacy. Myself being a legal graduate or maybe an advocate for some time, a teacher for some time, so I may not know some scientific equipments and their knowledge. So one person will not have ample knowledge of all the issues, ample knowledge of all the issues of all the sciences and the study. But it is deemed fact that the consumer has to know about the world of his consumerism. Why? Because in law there is a process, there is a topic called as caveat emptor. Caveat emptor, where the law says, please consumer, you were sleeping long much time, kindly wake up. You are purchasing something, you are buying something, you are shelling your penny out, you are shelling your money out. Please be vigilant, please be confident, please be aware, please be noted the points, please have sufficient knowledge of what you are purchasing, what you are taking into your house, taking into your pocket, taking into your stomach. If you are consuming the item either in the form of food, some kind of a snack item or a biscuit or maybe a chocolate, or in fact medicines is not just like that. You take it with some kind of a prescription, but you are using it for your rebuilding of your immunity or energy, or coming out of some chronic disease. So once there has been some cheating there, some miscellaneous process, then who has to be blamed? It could be a life risk, right? So apart from food, one has to be very very cautious while purchasing this medicines, pharmaceutical items, because they are linked to our life, they are linked to our emotional health, physical health, biological health. So I request all the consumer student friends, especially who are listening this talk, you should be always vigilant. Maybe your parents ask you, your grandparents ask you to go down and pick up a medicine. Please be very clear whether the medicine is worth of that. Do you have a substitute generic medicine? Is it money worth spending on that particular medicine? Please read out the essential ingredients or the statutory wording part. And please do not forget that expiry date matters a lot. Whether you are purchasing an item which is very very nearly to be expired, is it old stock has been given to your hand? These kind of things we need to take little bit of consciousness, and we need to enact upon such kind of ideas, where we need to be very very precariously careful, very very precariously careful. So what was then and what was now? Consumer Protection Act 1986 provided for a three-tier consumer dispute redressal mechanism. As I told you, when you have a problem, you are in the district, you can go to the district forum. If you are having an issue at the state level, you can go to the state level. Or if you're having the issue at the national level, or you can literally be very conscious and go to the state consumer forum, then you have to approach a national consumer forum, right? National consumer forum. Now with the advent of this new act, you have consumer protection councils, you have central consumer protection authority, you have simplified dispute resolution process. As it is really, friends, if I have to tell you, it is the consumer forum, or it is the consumer literacy, or it is the consumer education, or the forum which fights for consumer protections. These are very very non technical, these are very very non formative, and these are very easy to follow, there is no prescribed, professional, detailed, highly scientific and sophisticated, no, not like that. You can definitely write it on a white paper, your problem, prepare a draft, and then send it to the concerned authority, and also with simple words or simple evidence, like you have purchased an item, you have a receipt, or you have a chit, or you have a counterfoil, or you have a kind of a voucher, that itself will be as a evidence, that itself will be as an evidence. So this is a very simplified procedure which will definitely take you to a kind of a uh, leverage. So what you should do, what you should do is, once again, be vigilant. Right from the beginning, only one word I stress before you is vigilance. You should be vigilant, you in the sense ki the consumer, the person who is going to purchase this item, should be a vigilant consumer, vigilant person. So what are our rights? Our rights include right to safety, right to product analysis, right to know the information on the leaflet, or maybe the packing material, or maybe on the product itself. Also we have right to redressal, which is at the last level of rights, and also right to be heard. You should be given a chance, ample chance to be heard. Right to redressal is, you are entitled for monetary compensation, you have been cheated under the garb of unfair trade, or maybe unfair promises, misleading advertisements, because we need to understand, why will a businessman give something free? And we are very very familiar with some kind of offers, some kind of tempting offers, probing offers, investigative offers, or maybe motivating offers. Why I said this is, these are highly planned activity to literally catch hold of consumers, and alternatively to expand their business, to motivate the consumers to purchase in large numbers. Some companies will come with 1+1 offer, 1+2 offer, 1+3 offer also. Like you purchase a particular jeans, 2 shirts are free. You purchase one kurti, 3 leggings free. Maybe you purchase sari and blouse, designer blouse is free. Or maybe you purchase a bucket, a mug is free. So these are all luring temptations against the consumers. Suppose I am a housewife, I really get fancied. Like I'm getting a sari, and along with that I did not get the designer blouse. I'm getting it free. So why not I take it? Why not I take it and use it for the festival, which very shortly I'm going to enjoy? Or probably I may also get tempted towards purchasing a bucket where I get a mug free. It's like a very idealistic combination. Or suppose I'm a very trendy girl, I would love to take one kurti and three leggings, because I feel ki just I'm paying for one kurti and 3 leggings are free. So in such case, what happens is, the temptations will be high. I purchase 3 kurtis for want of 9 leggings. But can I exercise my brain? Can I just think about ki might be the person who is selling might have included this cost there in that kurti itself? At that point of time, we will not get that kind of an aptitude to understand ki we might be giving them the hidden cost. Already the price might have hiked, we don't know. So once we are not aware of the full facts, it is our duty to understand, it is our vigilance to be motivated, it is our consciousness to be awakened, it is our sleeping mind to be awakened up to glorified area of intelligence, a kind of an wake up call, a kind of a wise motto, wherein we can literally think and act judiciously, and in collaborating, saying strict no to unfair trade. Whatever offer you are giving, okay bhaiya, thank you very much, ab chalo, hame nahi chahiye, we don't accept this kind of an offer. If we keep on saying no, if we reject their offer, what they can do? They cannot do anything. So e-commerce is an area where you have You have a desktop, you have a smartphone, you have a laptop, you have a very nice electronic equipment where you can put up an order and everything goes into the basket, whether you want it, whether you don't want it, whether it's a national item, international item, the global item, the world at large. Everywhere you have this online websites, online platforms, online areas of expertise where they come out with glorified advertisements, pictures, images, photos, galleries filled up, the price tag, the information. Maybe there is a very popular saying ki you give a very model kind of order, but what you get is a very remodeled kind of an order, something like which you didn't anticipate. The fabric might be a raw silk or a nice silky appearance on glared on the screen, but in reality what you may get, it's very low quality silk you may get. So these are certain cautionable things which literally have to be looked into. And also, if you are purchasing equipment, some small machinery, some kind of a scientific gadgets, or maybe electronic items, you must be always 100% more vigilant than ordinary item, because at least clothes and all, comparatively they may be little bit cheaper in price and quality, but whereas equipments, suppose electronic equipments, you might be using for your personal usage or maybe for your children's purpose, right? So heaters nowadays, because of COVID-19, steamers, and women will be very influenced by umpty number of electronic gadgets which we use in kitchen, making kitchen items, home appliances. So women should be more vigilant. Why? Because the chances are very high, they may get tempted and they purchase any unscrupulous item and they operate it on power supply. Then just imagine the fate. Suppose if anything goes wrong, the entire house will be in the trap. And nowadays most of us are living in apartments. This could catch damage to the other apartments or side by neighboring flats also. It affects the power supply, it affects it is a alarming bell, a dangerous area where we need to be very cautious, especially beauty equipments, kitchen appliances, appliances which need power supply. I always tell ki we should be 100% 100% clear. So on the occasion of National Consumers Day, the Consumer Protection Act 2019, it was coming into picture, and the awareness has been started very recently. So it has replacing some of the most important features of old Consumer Protection Act 1986. So the new law aims to reinforce and protect the rights and duties of consumers and provide an effective mechanism to address consumer grievances. We have a three-tier mechanism here. Three-tier mechanism law. First one is protection the right of the consumer, protect the right of the consumers. And what is it is going to provide us? It is going to provide us an effective mechanism to deal with unfair trade practices. And also it is giving you a chance to consumer redressal mechanism. It is going to give you a chance for consumer redressal mechanism. So we need to be very vigilant, very clear, and we need to know the process where we go. So the consumer procedure, complete procedure of consumer complaint in India is something like this. Step 1 you take towards get your complaint drafted, and step 2 you make an attachment of the relevant documents, like I told you, the price tag, the voucher, the bill, the receipt, acknowledgement, any kind of endorsement, any kind of online endorsement, any screenshot, any WhatsApp chat, or maybe electronic evidence has also been very formulated and it has been very handy. Any mail, such kind of correspondence we should always safeguard, keep it with us, and make a file out of it, and with a minimal court fee, pay requisite court fee and submit an affidavit. This need not be with only the support of advocates. It can be done only by yourself with little bit of vigilance and little bit of knowledge levels, little bit of English, or maybe you can draft in regional language also. You can get it done. So what I sincerely request the participants here who are listening to this talk, you should be wise before the event. You should know the mechanism. Kindly approach the consumer forum which is nearby, identified or located to you, and you get lot of literature. You can get pamphlets, you can get circulating messages, you can create your own e-designing a flyer kind of a thing, and you can circulate among your student friends. Such activities have to be done through your club or maybe through your initiative. And once we look into the comparative analysis, earlier it was 1986 act. There was no separate regulator. No separate regulator was identified as per Consumer Protection Act 1986. But now we have Central Consumer Protection Authority, CCPA, to be formed, right? And then we have this consumer court. Complaint could be filed in a consumer court where the seller's defendant office is located. Earlier it was the case. Now, on a comparative analysis, the complaint can be filed in a consumer court where the complaint resides or work. So complaint can be filed in a nearby consumer court where the complainant resides, or maybe he or she works. So in the old act, we used to have a provision saying that no provision consumer could approach a civil court but not consumer court. Consumer can seek compensation to harm caused by a product or service. Now there has been a change. Consumer definitely can seek compensation for the harm caused either by the product or the goods or the services he has been enjoying. And pecuniary jurisdiction was at the district level, it was 20 lakh, now which has been hiked or increased to 1 crore. Earlier at the state level it was 20 lakh to 1 crore. Now at the state level it has been increased to 1 crore to 10 crore. Earlier at the national level it was 1 crore. Now the national level it has rise to 10 crore and above. So this is the pecuniary jurisdiction. There has been slight changes, and it's a welcome sign. Why? Because till 1 crore, if it is at the district level, you can have handling there at your district level. So earlier e-commerce, there was no provision. The old act, since it is the 1986 act, that time we did not have this digital business and e-commerce kind of a thing, so we did not have. Now all rules of direct selling extended to e-business also, e-commerce also. So whenever we say it is a kind of e-commerce, then definitely they said this is going to become online. It means and includes online activity. E-commerce itself is a e-activity. And then earlier there was no such provision as to mediation cells. It was only through court mechanism. It was only through the complainant has to draft an affidavit, and then he has to prove the case, and he has to showcase the evidence, and thereby used to get monetary compensation. But now the court has given a leverage as far as Consumer Protection Act 2019 is concerned. Court can refer settlement through mediation process, which is a welcome sign, which is a truly promising sign. As a activist and a law teacher, I welcome this sign. I think this is going to be a little bit convenience for the sake of the consumer redressal mechanism, where we can refer the matter to mediation and get it settled amicably. At the end of the day, our motto is to conflict resolution. We need to settle matters amicably, friendly, and nicely. So with these few slides and presentation of mine, I just thank the organizers for giving a wonderful opportunity on this day of Consumer Protection Day, which we all at a national level celebrating this consumer protection. Thereby we need to understand, we have to understand that this is a welcome scene. This is a welcome sign, and we have taken a very right move as far as Siddhartha group of institutions is concerned, that three major institutes of the entity has come forward with the idea of floating a consumer club. I congratulate the administrative authorities behind this initiative, and we would love to be associated with your forum, with your newly established club. And I request the faculty members to take a proactive role. And once the COVID-19 settle down a little, maybe we can go for offline activities in your town, or maybe you can also come down to Visakhapatnam, or I may also join you at Vijayawada. So I just thank the organizers for giving this wonderful opportunity. Advance Christmas greetings to all my fellow beings. Happy National Consumer Day. I stop here. If there are any questions, we will take up, or I will ask one of the host members or the college management to wind the show. Thank you. We saw a question. Good morning, madam. What proof of evidence does the consumer should hold in case of issues? Yeah, as a matter of evidence, it is like what you have purchased, what services you have availed, what kind of receipt you have, what kind of monetary transaction there has been between you and the seller, what kind of communication there has been. All such evidentiary role of evidence should be produced. It is receipt, it is a bill, it is a quotation, it is a paper cutting, or it is email exchange between you and the buyer, or it could be a electronic communication in terms of WhatsApp nowadays, because most of the time we go through WhatsApp, or maybe SMS alert, SMS mode of communication. These things need to be literally saved, so that tomorrow you can have a say that I have ordered on such day, I got on this day, there is some kind of misplacement, there is kind of some problem. That is how you can literally prove the show. Yes, I thank you, the organizers, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, please.
Thank you, ma'am. This is YSN Murthy. If there are any questions, please post it onto the chat box. If there are any other questions, please post on the chat box. Ma'am, I think there is one more question available. In how many days consumer
reversal mechanism is yes, I have seen that.
Yes, ma'am.
Murthy,
Yes.
I am answering that.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in how many days means it depends upon the facts of the case, circumstances of the case, and the way you project your case and the problem involved. Barely to say, it takes 30 to 90 days, or maybe 120 days. At the most, maximum time will be taken. Like we have a thought key, maybe once we go to court, there will be lot of time taking. Nothing like that. In consumer courts, things will be very handy, things will be very easy, less litigative, and more effective. So, the outcome will be within a very short span of time. This much time I cannot say, but it's comparatively very, very short time. 90 days, 120 days, like that. Thank you.
I think one more question
Yes,
is
Murthy,
there.
you can proceed.
Yes, ma'am. One more question is there on the screen. What helps us to know the rules of consumers? By Raghavan Pushpalata.
Pushpalata garu, we need to understand there is lot much of consumer literacy floating everywhere. మీరు కన్స్యూమర్ కోర్ట్ అని కొట్టంగానే మీ గూగుల్ సెర్చ్ లో చాలా మెటీరియల్ దొరుకుతుంది. లేదా మీరు విజయవాడలో ఉంటే కనుక మీ విజయవాడ కన్స్యూమర్ ఫోరం కి వెళ్తే దే గివ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ లిటరేచర్, పాంప్లెట్స్ ఉంటాయి, బ్యానర్స్ లాంటివి ఉంటాయి, పెద్ద కట్అవుట్స్ ఉంటాయి, లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, లాట్ ఆఫ్ హ్యాండ్ అవుట్స్ ఇస్తారు. రూల్స్ ఆఫ్ కన్స్యూమర్స్ ఏంటి అంటే, రైట్స్ ఆఫ్ కన్స్యూమర్స్ ని తెలుసుకోవడం ఒక ఎత్తు. రూల్స్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చేసరికి డ్యూటీస్ ఆఫ్ కన్స్యూమర్ లో ఏంటి, కొనుక్కునే ముందు విచక్షణ జ్ఞానం ఉండాలి. ఏదైనా అంటాం కదా, దూరితే గాని లోపల ఎంత ఇది ఉందో తెలియదు అన్నట్టు. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్, బిఫోర్ ఎంటరింగ్ ఇన్ టు ఎనీ కాంట్రాక్ట్, ఎంటరింగ్ ఇన్ టు ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పర్చేస్, taking away any item, purchasing any item, so we should be wise. So the fundamental rule is, as I told you, caveat emptor, let the buyer be aware. అమ్మేవాడు 100 చెప్పి అమ్ముతాడు. నేను ఒక పెన్ అమ్ముతాను, ఇది అకాలుగా నాకు అప్పట్లో కింగ్ అశోక, కింగ్ అక్బర్ ఇచ్చారు అని, వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చిన పెన్ నా దగ్గర ఎలా ఉంటదండి అంటే తెలుసుకునేవాడు తెలుసుకోవాలి అసలు ఇది ఎంతవరకు సమంజసం. లేదా ఇది ఆల్రెడీ ఒక ఫేమస్ హీరోయిన్ వేసుకున్న డ్రెస్, అంటే ఫేమస్ హీరోయిన్ వేసుకున్న డ్రెస్ నువ్వు నాకు అమ్ముతున్నావు అన్న సెన్స్ మనకు ఉండాలి. సో ఈ రకంగా వీ నీడ్ ద కన్స్యూమర్ టు బి విజిలెంట్, వీ వాంట్ ద కన్స్యూమర్ నాట్ టు బి బులీడ్ అవుట్. ఇంకా చెప్పాలంటే, మీరు ఆ సబ్బు వాడితే తెల్లగైపోతారు, ఈ క్రీమ్ రాసుకుంటే చాలా తెల్లగైపోతారు, అలా అయితే నేను ఇప్పటికీ ఎంత తెల్లగైపోవాలి? These are all misleading statements. So I think we should be vigilant. That is the ground rule, that is the immediate rule for the consumer. Please switch on your mic, Murthy.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful answers. And on behalf of PB Siddhartha College of Arts and Sciences, PVP Siddhartha Institute of Technology, and KVSR Siddhartha College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, I'm here to propose a vote of thanks for this vibrant and enthralling inauguration of Consumer Club on the occasion of National Consumer Day. I would like to thank our speaker for the day, Rahmunisa Begum Garu for enlightening us with her expertise on the old and new Consumer Protection Acts which was being amended in our country. Today's session was full of knowledge and interesting facts. Some of the key takeaways are like the comparative analysis of the new and old acts, protecting ourselves from the unfair trade practices, transitioning from the offline to online mode of buying, requisites required for effective consumerism, and how the three-tier consumer redressal mechanisms are there for the consumers to come across the grievances that are filed, and about the various regulatory bodies that have been set up under the Consumer Protection Act 2019. And all these key takeaways were really informative. I'm pretty sure, ma'am, that the knowledge shared by you will definitely help us in our future perspectives to grow in larger and bigger size. On this moment, I would like to thank Dr. Rajesh C. Jampala Garu, Dean, PB Siddhartha College of Arts and Science, Dr. K. Shivaji Babu Garu, Principal, Prasadvi Potluri, Siddhartha Institute of Technology, Dr. G. Devala Rao Garu, Principal, KVSR College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and Dr. P. Adilakshmi Garu, Head of the Department, Business Administration, and all the faculty members and students. Thank you for your active participation in this enthralling and vibrant session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.